So today I want to speak about indirect discrimination and my experience of it that happened today. So I'll see you after the intro. So welcome back to Carnacalisis, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So today I want to speak about indirect discrimination. So I recorded two videos on this subject. This is the second one. The first one, I was just raging. So I went to calm down, obviously, to kind of put a point across that people who do indiscriminate kind of discrimination, who do indirect discrimination, is discrimination, however you want to pack it or unpack it. And so today I was out filming for my new channel, Traveling with Matt, and I was filming around Richmond. And when I was filming, someone approached me, an elderly white lady, said to me, what are you doing? I said, I've got a camera in my hand in this like tripod thing I've got. And I said, well, I'm filming about the local community and trying to preserve, because all these developers are changing stuff. And I'm also wanting to do for a travel blog I've got. And not that I had to tell her or explain it to her. No, it was 9:30 on a Sunday morning. And please, as you know, the shops open up at 10, so there's people everywhere. And I was like, I didn't need to tell her anything. I did not need to justify the reason why I had a camera in my hand on a public road that I pay taxes for. And you are saying to me, why am I filming shouting across the road, like I'm some kind of criminal. So I crossed the road calmly and I said to her, no. I said to her, that's what I'm doing, I'm filming. So she said, well, you look like you're casing a joint. Well, what joint's that you talking about? I goes, there's cameras everywhere along the street in Richmond. There's cameras in my hand. And if I'm going to be casing any joint, you have to be a dumbass burglar to walk down the street with a camera in your hand, broad daylight, filming. Now that goes to show how stupid these people are, right? To come with a fucking stupid notion like that. I mean, you got to be you don't have to be brains and brain. You don't have to be a master criminal to know that you're fucking complete and not an idiot. And if there's any burglar, please, if you're going to go and walk down the street with a camera in your hand, just to incognito, so you don't stand out. I mean, what the fuck are these people doing? And if they are casing a joint, they'll be seen on the camera. So they won't be as open. I can see what she was trying to say, that, they would try and blend in. But wouldn't they do it during more busy hours? Not like while the shops were opening, sort of just before the shops were opening, so they stand out. And I just thought it was ridiculous. I said to her, no. Anyway, so then I said to her, well, whatever. So then I goes, well, what do you want to be on camera? She said, and she told me about her life story. She goes, oh, well, you've been filming on my house. I goes, well, I'm not being bad. I can give a rat's ass where your house is. I said to her, I don't care where your house is. I goes, and I'm not going to film your house. And I'm filming the streets, the shops, the different shops that are there, because it was about shopping in Richmond, because I've done historical Richmond and then I've done this one's about shopping. So I was like, and I'm standing there talking to this woman, not even a policeman, explaining myself to her, and I'm like, why? And this is what we do. This is what people of colour do. They stand there and have to justify themselves like you were on a slavery bloody plantation and why you left the plantation, and explain to these people who are actually fucking bigots and say why you are doing what you're doing. Why I want to know why you challenging me, right? What makes you any better than me, right? These people, right, that are like that, with your black, white, Chinese, whatever. And these people, who seem to be from a higher generation, stupidly, or stupid seems to be the stupid generation, are still stuck in that fucking 1960s, 1950s, 40s mentality. People of colour are everywhere, right? So you can't use that line. You're just a fucking racist, right? You're anyone who pulls anybody up and challenges them with that kind of notion, because I said, what about the people, the tourists? Oh, but you can tell they're tourists. So what? I don't look like a tourist. I could be a tourist, for you know. I could be American. Americans talk very much English. I had the way they dress. I had a baseball cap on which said LA Raiders on it, right? I could have been. I had a backpack on as well, so I could have been a tourist. So I'm looking at her and I'm going, well, I'm dressed like a tourist. I got my backpack on and I got a baseball cap. It was that much so that when I was filming, someone came up to me and I was filming like a sign, a historical sign, and someone said to me, oh, are you lost? And I said, oh, no, I'm just filming locally. She goes, oh, I thought you was lost. So she well assumed that I must have been a tourist, right? And I was like, no, I'm not. And I thought that was rather sweet of her to do that. This other woman, who was white, but she was younger, but she did turn around. I'm saying the colours of these people because I'm saying how it is, and I say it blatantly. Even when I used to go to family gatherings, either for my partner's family, and it was predominantly white, it was like we had to blend in. And I don't fucking blend in. I'm black. You know, I had jokes, for example, oh, he's coming on, the King's coming on now, so I'm thinking Elvis, right? Bob Marley comes on. I'm like, what the fuck? And, you know, it's like, for example, if you was get to a black club, right, or black party, and then a white person walks in, and then we put Cliff Richard on, I mean, how would you feel about that? Think about it. Or if an Asian person came into a black party and then we put Apache Indian, Apache is a rapper, right? In the Indian community, and he's really well known. Or we play, not so much Sean Paul because he's not Indian. Do you know what I'm saying about? You know, it's just like, that is just blatant stupidness. But it goes to show how stupid these people are, you know, and my mind boggles how they get up in the morning, how they get dressed, because they are still not there. You know, I even deal with it in society I move in, you know, and you know what? I don't rest on my laurels. I've had people say to me, my parents always used to say to me, "I'll just ignore it." No, I'm not fucking ignoring it. I'm pulling these people up on a little fucking bigots and lack of intelligence that they have. I'm pulling them up on it because I'm showing that I'm an educated black man, you know, and I'm not letting anybody, I don't care if you're my partner and you're white or anybody else, dictate to me. If you want to go and do it in your person of colour, that's your fucking problem. But I'm telling everybody of colour or any other person who's not of colour, if you're being spoken to in a derogatory way, pull that person up on it. Respectfully, don't lose your temper with them. Question them, educate them, show how brainy you are. You know? And this is what a lot of black people, and I'm talking about black people here. So, and the problem is with our people in the black community, when we do stuff and we talk about our people, we try to round it off so it's everybody else. No, I want to talk about black people. I want to talk about my race, my race, because everybody else seems to talk about their race. Indians talk about their race in videos. I'm talking about my race, black people. Yeah, black people listen to me. When you're out and you're being challenged in a way, right, and you think it's derogatory and they're making you feel that you are from the slave times or that you are automatically guilty, right, challenge them. Don't sit back and take it. Educate these people. The only way these people are going to understand is if you show them that our race is of nobility. Yeah, we can turn around and come across. Because remember, at the end of the day, we built Egypt. You know, we have a fine history. An amazing history we should be proud of. You know, and don't let these people dilute your faith, your belief in yourself. You know, don't let them do that. I'm not letting people do that to me anymore. My kids are mixed race and I love them dearly. With all my heart, I would die for them. My grandson is quarter race, right? I'll die for him. But I'm not letting anybody disrespect my kids, because even the mixed race kids, and some people think saying the word mixed race is wrong, whatever, right? I'm not here to offend. I'm just saying how it is. If my kids, right, face racism, I tell them that unfortunately, some, not all white people, class you as black, sorry. Some black people class you as black. Majority of black people class you as black. Some black people, there are black people that class them as white. So I say, don't care who it is, right? When you get challenged by these people, pull them up on it. I'm constantly pulling people up on stuff. I'll tell you for why. Because when it's you and you do something wrong, they're quick to tell you. You know, when I was out in the community the other day, and I was seeing a client. I was in this cafe, and I said, "Oh, do I sit down?" And then you order, and then she said, "So I said, yeah, let me sit down." This white lady came over to me probably in her late 60s, early 60s. She said to me, "Oh, so I goes, well, do I order now or do I pay first?" She said, "Oh no, you have to." She said, "You can order or you can pay first." And I'm like, "Well, what one is it? I said, "Well, what one is it? Do I pay or do I order?" So she goes, "Well, I think you should pay first, and then you can, and then order after you've eat, and then you can go after that." So I said, and so I went to the and I goes to the woman, goes to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm paying for the meal." She goes, "No, you sit down and you come and pay." So I said, "Why did she tell me to go and pay for then?" She said, "Well, you shouldn't do, because you should be sitting down." And then we come up, and she said, "Oh, this woman was a white lady again." And she was younger. She must be about my age. I'm not 30, but she's about 30. So she said, "Don't worry about it." I said, "You know what? Forget it." I said to her, "I'm going." And she said, "Sorry?" I said, "No, I'm not going. I'm not staying." Because she looked at me, right? This woman, the way she looked at me, she looked me up and down, this old lady. And I was like, what the hell? Because I was hungry, I was going to eat there. And I'm thinking, I'm not giving you my money. I'm not giving you my money. So I said to the woman, she goes, "Are you sure?" I goes, "Yes." She goes, "I'm really sorry." I goes, "Don't worry about it." I goes, "I'm not coming back here again. I'm not coming back here again." You know, I'm not saying who it is or where they are, but if they see this, they know what I'm talking about. But I will not frequent your shop ever again. And I will tell my friends not to go to your place ever. Never. You know, because I don't want none of my friends or none of my family to deal with that. I pulled family up on it. You know, when they've been spoken to about it and it goes, "Oh, don't worry about it." No, don't fucking worry about it, because they're going to keep doing it to other people. And I'm not having that. You know, the only way my children are going to learn to stand up for themselves is if they see one ahead of them is doing it. So if I'm sitting at my house and I get, "No, it's okay." Like my parents always told me, said, "Don't worry about it, let it go, you know, let someone else do it." No, that was wrong. Totally fucking wrong. You know, and I used to say that to my mum and my dad. "No, I'm not taking it." I was at my mum before, and I challenged this woman. And then back in the days, when I was 17, I was like pro-Africa and all the rest of it, with the bang, the chains and all the rest of it. And in rap and music, and my mum goes, "Don't worry about it. It just causing the headache. You don't need to be like this." I said, and they just leave me as they are. No, mum, they need to learn. These people need to bloody learn. Because they're not better than anybody else. They're not better than anybody else. Like, we're not better than anybody else. We die, we're born and we die. We get taxes, we shit, we piss, and then we fall in love, and we fall out of love. We all experience the same damn thing. We may have more money than whoever. You may have love. You may have kids. You may not. You may have a house. You may not. But there's one thing. There's a series of things you always do together. Everybody goes through. You're born and you drop dead, right? Don't care how much money you have, or either what color you are, you're going to face those two things. You can't deal with that. You need to fucking grow up. And in that time between birth and death, you need to learn to educate yourself. And if you educate yourself and you're a bigot, God help you. God help you. So I'm going to end on that, because I kind of kept it calm, actually. I did lose it a bit. But you know what? I don't apologize. You know, we all need to learn. So, people, I'm going to leave it there. Stay blessed. You stay safe. And I know you will. And, you know, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless and namaste.